And now I'm talking to Thomas Caffrey from Aire. Thomas, how's it going? Could you tell us about your stand here today, please, on Africa Day, the Africa-Ireland Economic Forum? What is this forum?
Sure. The Africa-Ireland Economic Forum is an annual event hosted by the Department of Foreign Affairs in Irish Aid, and it's aimed at promoting trade between Africa and Ireland. So both African industries coming to Ireland to learn from Irish semi-states like the Irish Development Association and other organisations, as well as Irish business people who want to come to Africa and open up trade prospects there.
And do you have many organisations or people at it every year?
Yeah, so we'd have a few hundred. I think this year we're looking at about 300 people or so coming over and participating in the one-day event on the 17th of June.
And are there representatives from all or most African countries there, or just some of them, or what?
So there'll be quite a few representative countries there. So we're focusing particularly on our key partner countries in Africa. So that'll be 7 countries. But there's also wide sectors that we're hoping to engage in. So that'll be aviation, clean energy, and agriculture and agribusiness. So those would be kind of the key areas that we're hoping to get business people interested in.
Right, and what are our 7 partner countries again, do you know?
So that would be Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Sierra Leone, Mozambique, Malawi and Zambia. Those would be our 7 key partner countries in Africa.
And when did the Economic Forum start?
I think it's been running since 2013, I think, was the first Economic Forum.
When's the next one? When was the last one?
The last one was last year, and the next one will be on the 17th of June this year.
All right. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
And now I'm talking to Conall from Value Added in Africa, isn't it?
Good morning, how are you? Lovely day here at Africa Day. We on our stall here at Africa Day, we're value added in Africa, and we're showing products that have been processed and packaged at source in different African countries. So for example, we've got chocolate from Madagascar that is grown locally, that's processed into finished products locally. Even the printing on the packaging is done in Madagascar. And that way there's 4 times more earned in Madagascar compared with selling fair trade beans to somebody like Cadbury's or Nestle. So they actually, it's far more transformative in the way that it creates jobs and skills locally as well. We've got t-shirts from Tanzania, fully, again, organic certified t-shirts grown on farms in the north of Tanzania and going into a factory in Arusha in Tanzania and finished into the finished garment that I'm wearing here, which won't show up on radio, but the garment is processed and fully finished in and stitched as a finished garment in Tanzania, creating good jobs, skilled jobs that are certified for the responsibility in the factory and on the farm.
I was talking to you for the first time just over 2 years ago at a Docus AGM in the Co-Park Centre. How's life going since then in general, like as regards to the organisation?
Yeah, it's going very well. We find that it's actually in Britain where the scale is for some of the products. So the chocolate I was referring to is in Sainsbury's supermarkets and Waitrose supermarkets in Britain. So that's huge scale. That's going great. We've shoes that actually you'll see in Clark's shops. Clark's have a sub-range called the Soul of Africa range, and you'll see our Proudly Made in Africa label on those. So that's Soul of Africa shoes made in Ethiopia, and that they're coming now shortly into the Clark's shops in Ireland as well.
I heard last year you spoke at the British House of Lords, wasn't it? Was that productive?
Yes, it was. Very good. We did about a year of research engaging some of the big brands in Britain about how Africa is in their value chains and their supply chains, and then we were lucky to be able to host a seminar as part of that process happened in the House of Lords, where we had people like Topshop and Body Shop and TK Maxx and Marks and Spencer's and other big brands coming to look at how they can buy product processed and packaged at source in Africa, because that creates a lot more benefit locally than just exporting raw material. But it also creates a business opportunity for those businesses that actually they can get product that is more competitive because of it's been processed at source.
Can you tell me, is there a wide range of products you're working with? Are you still struggling? Are we still in the early days, kind of like?
A bit of both. We've searched throughout East and Southern Africa, and we've profiled close to 600 factories making product. Of those, there's about 50 or 60 who we think are fully ready to go to market, and they're the ones that we put our energy into promoting those ones. Getting them into the market, big brands will take a look actually getting them to purchase is a longer process, and they need a bit more time to get up that confidence. And that's what we're doing, building that up. But already, like at this stage, this year we will have 1.5 million, unfortunately not for us, 1.5 million for the producers who make the product. Their sales through the sales that we're associated with will be 1.5 million this year, which is multiples of what it costs to run our operation. Yeah. Just thank you and good luck to all your listeners. Take a look, you'll see us on our Facebook page, Proudly Made in Africa. Also our website, proudlymadeinafrica.org.
You're on YouTube as well, aren't you?
We are also, we have a YouTube channel. You'll search Proudly Made in Africa. And one of the things you'll see is an animation, a cartoon animation made by one of our partners in Kenya. So the animation that describes our work, it's only 1 minute long, but it's actually made in Nairobi and first shown at the House of Lords.
Conall, thanks very much.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
And now I'm talking to Donnacha Maguire from Plan Ireland. Donnacha, how's it going? Donnacha, is this your first time here with Plan Ireland?
It's my first time here at Plan Ireland, but Plan has been at Africa Day for the last 4 or 5 years. It's a really important event for us in our calendar every year because it allows us to talk about our work, especially our work in West Africa, to a different type of audience.
And you have a big campaign now, I see at your stand. I already knew about it as well, though. It's called, what's it called? Because I Am a Girl?
Yeah, Because I'm a Girl, I suppose, is our global movement for change for girls. Obviously, we're a development organisation and we work to protect and support the rights of children. But we're moving towards our focus on girls now in particular because they're the ones who are the worst off in the world. They face greater challenges, unfortunately, than a lot of boys. So our Because I'm a Girl campaign is about breaking down the barriers that are stopping girls reaching their full potential, and in most of those situations about barriers that are stopping girls going to school. So female genital mutilation, child marriage, lack of access of resources to pay for school, they're all the things that are stopping girls going to school. And we think if we can address them, break them down, but then when girls go to school they get a better job, they earn a greater amount of income, and they reinvest more of that money into their family and community and help break the cycle of poverty for generations to come.
Okay, now I'm talking to George Jacobs from Gorta-Self out of Africa. George, how's it going? George, you tell us how you're getting on. You joined today here at Africa Day?
Absolutely, it's fantastic. It's only just beginning to pick up now, and there'll be thousands of people in no time, and it's great to be here. There's a mix of the development community, ourselves, Gorta-Self of Africa, and other Irish development organisations and charities, and then there's a lot of stalls of the African community living here in Dublin.
Yeah, and what do you do with Gorta-Self Help Africa?
Right, well, what we do is we work in agriculture. In simple terms, we help people. 80% of people in Africa live on the land and rely on the land for their survival. And it's usually in small farms, and we help people. The very simple way of explaining it is we help people to grow more and earn more on the small plots of land that they happen to have been born on.
Yeah, and there was a huge merger about 2 years ago between Gorta and Self-Help Africa, wasn't there?
That's right. Yeah, no, it was summer. That's right, summer 2014. Gorta, which was set up in the mid '60s, and Self-Help Africa, which was set up in the mid '80s. Two organisations that were very similar, both working through agriculture to help people grow more and produce more and support themselves and their families and their communities. Both organisations just were looking at each other and said, you know, we do much the same thing. We can achieve more by working together. We can bring costs of operating down, and we can increase the impact where it really counts, and that's in Africa.
And do you know how many people you help every year?
Yeah, well, this year we've just finished our reporting for 2015, and in 2015 it was 270,000 households, which is the equivalent of 1.8 million people. That's helping people in a whole range of different ways. It's providing training, it's providing knowledge, it's providing improved livestock, it's providing supporting communities to produce their own seed so that they can grow better quality crops, and they can increase their production, introducing irrigation, all of the things that farmers in Ireland are all too familiar with. It's the same challenges, the same problems that farmers in Africa have, accessing markets for the produce that they do grow. It's even more pressing in Africa because people don't have refrigeration, they don't have transport themselves, so that's why we would do work like get people to work together in cooperatives so that they can scale up their production, they can bulk the crops that they harvest, and then they can start looking for a market where they can earn more from their produce.
There's one or two more questions. There was talk of a merger between yourselves and Concern there a year or so ago. Is that going ahead, do you know?
There was discussions over a possible merger between ourselves and Concern, and where that sits at present is we have embarked on a strategic alliance, and what that means is there's areas where we work together. There's a couple of countries where we both work in. Concern would be more a humanitarian organisation. They would be more when there's an immediate crisis. Concern would have operations in there, and basically what we have been looking at and talking to Concern about is when the crisis is over. Say if you talk somewhere like Democratic Republic of Congo, a very unstable area of the world. When the emergency has finished and people move back onto the land, what happens then? And that's the conversation that we're having. We are agricultural specialists, and we're in a position to collaborate with them, and we're looking at areas where we can do that, where we would work alongside Concern as technical advisors, providing them with the ability to deliver agricultural long-term solutions to people in a post-conflict situations in Africa.
Yeah, it's very interesting, the work that Gorta do. I know it's very interesting, specialised. And this time it comes to Joe McHugh an Thar Stáit on Diaspora agus do Orbit Internaisiúnta nó Cúnamh Internaisiúnta. Joe, cógáirdeachas as uchtán post nua ó Enda Kenny?
Gurú mille maigad agus duchlan eile agus mar tesogad bhí duchlan mór agam couple bliana han nar hanig mé jazz an fástúr I run na Gaeltacht agus inis duchlan mór idir an Diaspora agus an Cudú forbrethe idirnáisiúnta fásta agus is Lear go bhfuil duchlan mór timpeall an Cruinn agus duchlan mór sa tír éagsúla mar shampla Syria, Sudan deisceart agus tír mar shampla sin agus tá ag súil go mór leis an duchlan agus an deisian a fásta an Conall idir an Diaspora agus an Cúnamh idirnáisiúnta fásta agus beidir go bheith seans agam ag obair le chéile le gach rud.
Yeah, is ionta an smaoine bheith ceapan sé chun an Diaspora a chur le chéile leis Forbert Internaisiúnta bhfuil?
Cinnte agus I gcónaí tá Virginia ag obair le chéile lena daoine Manchester agus London agus I Philadelphia nó Astral nó Canada agus tá sin fear tábhachta agus tá codú fear tábhachta fáinne na daoine éireanna ach cumáith lei sin tá cod mór daoine ó éireann ina chónaí I gach tír nó gach pariste timpeall an Dóin agus tá dúilgas oranga le fannach le chéile lena daoine timpeall an Dóin fásta agus beidir go bheith scealanna nó taithí ag na daoine ag obair lena daoine a bheith ag obair an Cúnamh idirnáisiúnta. Mar shampla tá amnéorm maidir leis an am amach roin timpeall an Dóin mar shampla tá seg na daoine fáinne na dúchlan agus na míhhaanta sé leis na daoine ó Syria agus an Feibanna atá lei sin agus beidir go bheith seanson na daoine ó Éireann ina chónaí sa tír seo agus timpeall an Dóin fannach le chéile agus obair le chéile ar an Feibanna mór sa Dóin.
Níl ceiste bháin eile gom faoi Orbit Internaisiúnta ach just sular chuirmé ceiste ort. Bhain tú taithna bhasta tréimh sem ar Aire Stáit don Gaeltacht?
One mé cud mór taitnamh nó soltas as an fásta agus fuair mé deisian mór ag golarás agus ag gach fólam an teangaí agus sin an balla is fearr agus tá mé gcónaí ag fólam agus níl mé ag stad an tuairisc fi láthair mar shampla aniu ar an san ácaid idir Africa agus Éireann bhí mé Lord Fridge Gaeilge agus Sadáil an teachan siú hard bhí mé Lord Fridge Gaeilge agus tá sé fear tábhachta ag conigál leis an teangaí agus ag sprág spragan na daine ag smíniú fuúd an teangaí ólam agus ag beidir gur golarráis agus ag fólam an teangaí agus tá sé fear tábhachta.
Agus bhí ahrú sa réalta oltáilcán dhéarnach dó dal cantar a dún na ngáil tá tú ag freastal mar teachta dála ar chundé dún na ngáil ar fádan is so tá cantar tá régiún Gaeltach tá mhór do dal cantar níos nach bhfuil.
Ag tí sin fear agus ó ranna faris ná go dtí Ellen Tory ná Ellen Arnmór ná Gidói ná Kilcara ná Glancolm Kella fanid na duna bhí me faris de héan ná Charman tá cuid mór cantra stéis na Gaeltach ach mar sin ráte tá cuid mór cantra tíbh mít an Gaeltach fásta ana seón ná Litcher Canning agus tá sammig na daine tá níl an funne bhí gceis níl an chomantas a gceis maidir leis an teangaí a gol chun cin agus achan bailte nó achan áit a bheith mé gol a bheith mé gol an seo agus an siúd tíbh mít an Gaeltas a sé chundé timpal an dóin tá sam mór ag na daine ar son an teangaí agus bhhailm an teangaí a gol ag chunig gol agus ag obair i gcónaí ar an gol chun cin.
Just an bhfuil tú ag play an bhfuil sim mór a got into sprochanna damhanda ó héh forbairt idirnáisiúnta ó héh na náisiún aontaithe na sprochanna damhanda ó SDGs tá tú ag play go mór faoi sin an bhfuil?
Casmé le cuid mór drám éagsúla agus duine éagsúla timpeall an dóin agus na bhí mé Milwaukee an blian siúthart chasmé le cuid mór duine ó Chicago agus New York agus Canada agus tá Gaeltach tá ceangal idirnáisiúnta an fáinne an teangaí a covered agus an teangaí a chuneol beá agus beidir go bheith ceangal mór ná fitte mór idir an teangaí agus an cultúr agus an star agus an Aire agus beidir go bheith seans mór mar hampla ar an slíon Atlanta dhéon idir an targantí a gol chun cin ar son an teangaí agus ar son an tír.
Okay, Joe, just build up on Caoimh, or go
neannaí waite.